Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. I stand before you as living proof that Jesus Christ can do anything. You may recognize me from CNN. You know, the morning that 29 heavily armed, fully SWAT-clad FBI agents swarmed my home, stormed my home. They were fully kitted out in SWAT gear, brandishing fully automatic M4 assault weapons to arrest me for the non-existent fabricated crime of lying to Congress in my voluntary testimony regarding Russian collusion, which never actually happened. The whole purpose of charging me was to pressure me to testify falsely against my friend of 45 years, the greatest president since Abraham Lincoln, Donald J. Trump. They presented a list of 26 phone calls between candidate Trump and myself in 2016, and they said, all you have to do is testify that these phone calls had to do with Russian collusion or WikiLeaks collaboration. And they said, if you don't cooperate, we're going to hit you with superseding charges. You'll die in prison. And I said, you can go to hell. Now, I am a veteran of 13 national presidential campaigns, but politics has changed dramatically in America. There was a time in America when both parties were patriotic. There was a time in America when both parties believed in capitalism, believed in free enterprise. Yeah, the Republican Party wanted to tax a little less and spend a little less. The Democratic Party wanted to tax a little more and spend a little more. But the Democratic Party of John F. Kennedy, the Democratic Party of Harry Truman, who broke the backs of the communists in Greece, that Democratic Party no longer exists. It has been captured. It has been hijacked by a group of Marxist, socialist lunatics. What we have today is not a fight between Republicans and Democrats. It is not a fight between liberals and conservatives. What we have today is a fight between good and evil. A fight between dark and light. A fight between the godly and the godless. And if we fail, America will step off into 1,000 years of darkness. Last week in Media Matters for America, they criticized me for saying that our opponents were demonic, that our opponents were satanic. I only said it because they are. Our problem today really are not the screwball socialist Marxist Democrats. Our real problem are the feckless, gutless, weak-kneed, lily-livered, white wine swilling, country club belonging establishment Republicans, and it is time to show them the door. Here is my message for Speaker Kevin McCarthy. It is very simple. It is time to impeach Joe Biden, or let's vacate the chair and make Matt Gaetz Speaker of the House. Joe Biden will be in 3 states today: the state of unconsciousness, the state of semi-consciousness, and the state of confusion. Chris Christie needs to run, not for president, he just needs to run. Now, as a veteran of many years in American politics, I'm going to tell you something somewhat shocking. Joe Biden will not be the nominee of the Democratic Party in 2024. Kamala Harris will briefly become president, but the only way in their party they can replace a woman of color is with another woman of color. And yes, you heard it here first, the Democratic nominee for president will be Michelle Obama. They have already rigged their primaries. The reason that they have canceled the Iowa caucuses and the New Hampshire primary is to put South Carolina, a state where a majority of the Democratic primaries or primary voters are African Americans, and they will allow Gavin Newsom to purchase the vice presidential nomination, but the Obamas will hold him up for $600 or $800 million to do so. You heard it here first. When Steve Bannon says it in 3 weeks, remember I said it first. Politics has always been a contact sport. I've been very forthright about the fact that when I hit rock bottom, when it was clear that I was about to be lynched in a Soviet-style show trial in which all my constitutional rights would be ignored, and that I would be lynched after being gagged. And I realized that my mentor, Richard Nixon, yeah, I have a tattoo of him on my back. It's about the size of a grapefruit between my shoulders. It's a daily reminder that in life, when you get knocked down, when you suffer defeats, when you are disappointed, when you reach for something and you fall short and you're ready to quit, that is the time to get up off the mat and get back in the game. You see, the story of Richard Nixon is the story of persistence. It's the story of resilience. It's an American story. But in the truth, I'm also the only man you know with a dick on the front and the back. It was my mentor, Richard Nixon, who said, "The greatness comes not when things go always good for you. The greatness comes when you are really tested, when you take some knocks, some disappointments, when sadness comes. Because only when you have been in the deepest valley can you understand the majesty of the highest mountaintop." He also said, "A man is not finished when he is defeated. He is only finished when he quits." When it comes to the fight for America, both Donald J. Trump and I will never quit. God bless you.